Everybody, welcome back. Undefeated presentation of X's and Knowles presented by Knowles 24/7. I'm here with Kevin. I'm here with Coach AB. I'm Trey, and we are here to break down everything of the Knowles top 25 victory over Duke at home at night, 38-20. Fun, close game at the beginning, and Florida State just imposed their will both offensively and defensively on a very, very good and well-coached Duke team. Super impressive victory. I continue to feel even better about it than I did on Saturday night. It continues as I'm getting some more time for myself and my initial reactions. I feel really good about it, man. They were a really well-coached team. Duke came in with a good game plan, and you outlasted them, and you did what you wanted, and in Florida State fashion, smoked them at the end where it counted. So very impressive win. And Florida State 7-0. Stay tuned. Kev's got a really, really good breakdown of the Wake Forest slow mesh offense. That's obviously something that just makes Florida State's pretty much every college football fan bleed out of their ears trying to figure it out. And why is it effective? And why does it work? It looks so stupid, but it's so effective. We know Mike Norvell we have had fits with it. So Kev is going to give you a full breakdown on what to watch for, why it's effective, and why it can pile up the yardage and the points. Boys, anything you want to say before we get into the Duke film? Have you guys watched it again, or is this your first rewatch? It's going to be mine.
I've watched bits and pieces of it. I haven't rewatched the entire thing. Just been really busy, but been trying to actually get chicken stuff and try to. I mean, hey, just landed a big commit,
Yeah, the chickens come to roost.
That's also chicken stuff, apparently, depending on who you ask.
I did want to shout out while we're talking about that kind of joking about that kind of stuff. I wanted to shout out a poster on the Knowles 24/7 message board. There's a massive Battle's End thread over there that's been extremely active recently. JD Noel Law told him I'd shout him out. Dude, was matching donations and stuff like that to the Battle's End, which was pretty cool. So I was like, dude, you do that kind of stuff, I'll give you a shout out. So shouting out to you, man. Way to be a Knoll and do your part to try to help the program. But
and if you can, everybody hop on Battle's End right now. They got one-time donations. They've got different levels. No matter if Ingram Smith thinks I'm just a vagabond, a very questionable character, no matter what he thinks of me, I know he thinks very highly of all of you. So go and join the Battle's End. There's a reason why Florida State's roster is why we're ahead of the curve as far as the talent acquisition that we've had. And those hardworking dudes over at the Battle's End, just go ahead and join them if you got some free, some spare change to throw around. Kev, how do you feel about this win, dude? We had you for a smidge in the car on the instant. Were you pretty impressed? I mean, you saw that was good stuff. Good audio, in and out, very nice.
Yeah, I hope it wasn't too bad on the ears. I was just
fine.
using the speakers from the iPhone, but in game, very, very tense. You're sitting there watching, and a lot of the same mistakes that Florida State made, very similar mistakes that Clemson made, and you're thinking, well, this could potentially be one of those games where you're just looking back and thinking, oh, are you making enough mistakes for this Duke team to beat you when they probably shouldn't? And they cleaned those up in the second half, and they pulled away. But there was real moments throughout the first half where you're thinking, this Duke team wins because you make mistakes that compound on each other, and that's exactly what you're doing. So I'm curious to see, watching this first half again, is that something that was a bunch of flukes that wouldn't be replicated in another matchup against Duke, or are these things that are real issues that, when we play better teams going forward, better defensive lines, are they going to be something that we have to watch out for?
Right. Was it an aberration, or is there something that we're going to see on this film that will be exploited again against Florida State? A lot's been made of the holding on the offensive line. I can't wait to kind of go through this with a fine-tooth comb and see everything. Fire up the film, my man. And per popular request, no condensed film. We're doing the entire thing. So stick with us. We're going to show you it all.
Yeah. All right. So here we go.
There we go. Now we
go.
Oh, thank God for a kickoff.
That was good. The suspense, Kev. You could be a
filmmaker. We get to talk about a kickoff today.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, Adam, I know you're salivating. All
right. So first play, that should have been a hold. They didn't call it, which, okay. Those went plenty of those went both ways.
What about how FSU tried to line up from like this first drive as far as formationally? That first one, like what do we see there? Like what anything that kind of looks interesting to you about how they attacked them?
with the trip stuff.
Formation.
You're just feeling out. This is one of their basic formations. They're going to feel Duke out. I'm curious to see. I've said it a few times. I've been talking about it quite a bit about how much cover one teams have been playing against Florida State and how I think it's been impacting their offense. I'm curious to see how much man coverage Duke ran in this game. It felt like they ran a ton of zone stuff, and Florida State was able to take advantage. I mean, Jordan Travis was 75% passer on the day. I'm anxious to see that myself. It looks like a little bit of man here on this snap.
I think it's zone. I think they drop into a cover 3. Kind of with these 3 guys, they roll. Okay. Duke does. I mean, it's very similar, right? Adam Fuller's in the Mike Elko tree. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You'll see this guy roll down late. I think based off these, 3 doesn't follow.
Yep.
Inside, so I think we got zone here.
Yep.
Giving a big cushion to the Florida State wideouts too. Obviously, respecting.
Just misses Keon there. Jordan was a little wild, a little hot early. I think the emotions of the game and the crowd were getting to him. So those kinds of things are to be expected. You'd like to see him at this point in his career calm down a little bit and not be out of control, but it is what it is.
So this is interesting.
Running a little counter.
But what's interesting about this counter is normally in a counter, he would try to
he would kick first man
and they would try to wrap into this
wrap. Yep. They've been doing this more. It's a little more of a wrap kick.
Yeah, so they're actually kind of bypassing this first guy and trying to hit the ball outside. You think that's on purpose, or do you think he just?
No, they're not trying to hit this outside. They're just trying to hit it outside of. I think teams have been spilling them so much that they're trying to alter their looks here.
Well, yeah, I mean, if this guy's
instead of him going and kicking and Jaheim trying to wrap and allowing that guy to get up the field more and to compress that, you let Morlock, you let the wide guy stay wide, and you're going to kick him with the second puller, and you let Roddick get on that first initial man.
Adam, this looks like it's about a gap over from when they were trying to hit counter earlier in the year, though, right?
Well, they want counter to be an interior play. I mean, Alex Atkins has said that time and time again. They want it to be a north-south play, but teams are not going to let that happen.
So it's looking more of like an off tackle, right?
Yeah, I mean, you just look at 94, how hard down inside he is there, chasing the tackle and the down block.
Good adjustment.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like if he's going to run himself out of the play trying to spill so hard, let him.
Good pass pro. Jaheim needed to keep carrying this route. He didn't get to his landmark on this. This maybe could have been a touchdown.
Yeah, this was big. Again, they're in cover 3.
Yeah.
So, you occupy this deep safety with
it's smash.
Come back. Yep, he's right there.
It's a cover 3 beater for smash.
Yeah, and on the broadcast they were saying it was a misfire of a throw. I think I'm with you guys. It looked like to me Jordan wanted Bell to keep continuing to run that route.
Yeah, Bell needed to press it more, get more to the sideline. He needed to. He was good on it. He was good where he was there, but he needed to continue to run to the sideline.
Gotcha. Okay.
And typical Norvell
with I appreciate that JT's taking this. So this is a screen here, but so it's play action off of a counter look and then throwing or off of power, I guess.
Yeah.
And then throwing the screen to your.
I guess it's this guy.
He's not the tight end, but to your H-back, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah, and it's good to get him the ball right after a drop, kind of get his mind off of that, get the ball moving early.
But with all the zone that you're getting from Duke, you can throw those things. We've seen so much man. The screen people have been saying, "Oh, the screening game doesn't work." Well, it doesn't work because teams are running so much man.
They're playing a ton of zone this game.
That's a good run, man. They get some good push off that right side.
Yeah, Biscuit does a good job. They get a good turn there, and he's able to climb. And then Portier does a nice job of walling us.
Yeah, if you're able to read 93's numbers and name, that's a good wall off block.
The big thing, the corners and bail, and he's not the line of scrimmage. Like we've seen them not have success with this play because that corner comes flying downhill right away. But he's in zone and he's bailing out of there. I would not play man against this team or play zone against this team. I would man them every snap.
Yeah,
Even
which
with
sounds
Jordan,
counterintuitive.
I don't think they handle it well.
Even with Jordan being maybe more of like a run threat in these next couple games.
We'll see if that impacts it. I'm curious to see as the game goes on here. Like I said, I mean,
yeah, Emmanuel needs to win here. He kind of lets it ride out too far.
No, 93 kicks the hell out of Biscuit. I mean, he can't cross your face.
Yeah, that's true. And then, yeah, everybody kind of gets beat.
Because if you get him walled, then 90 can't keep running the sideline. You kind of create a pile there, but instead he gets beat across his face. And
there is a cutback lane somewhat here, but 2's there.
Yeah, it's not a clean one. 5's there, 2's there, or 12's there. Yeah. Like people are making a lot about Trey Benson. Like, you show me the yards on this play.
Let's see.
Yeah, a missed block.
Last play, I thought he did a great job. This play, there's nothing there. Like, and people are like, oh, he's pitter patter. I don't know what else you want him to do there.
I don't know. Maybe hit it harder and get an extra yard or two. But when your offensive line loses about 2 to 3, like one-on-ones, right. It's dead. The play's dead.
All right, inside zone. I guess kind of. You got this wrapper.
They've got the insert there, so it's more like an ISO play.
Yeah.
Just not getting enough movement. I mean,
it's a stalemate. Yeah.
When push comes to shove, you're just not getting enough movement out of this group at this point in the game. I mean, they as they go on here, they have more success. But
yeah, you got a double team here. That's not moving at all.
Yeah.
Be interesting to do when they play like a Miami, if like Miami lines like Leonard Taylor head up on Murray Smith, like that's going to be an interesting matchup. The interior of that FSU offensive line.
Another screen.
They ran them better this game. They haven't really been, and there's a big one that they hit later, but this is much better than it was at the beginning of the season.
You need Ja'Kai to make a block there.
Yeah, he missed a block.
You can't fall off that, because then in turn you end up not getting this 4th down play.
Yeah,
which is not on him, but
well, yeah, I know, but I'm with you there. That's doesn't look like a big deal until it becomes a big deal.
Yeah, and on the 4th down play, I mean, they're just in a rush.
Yeah, but they're in a rush. But I think JT sees no one here.
Yeah, he does.
He can get there.
You get split you get the tackle splitting and making a big pile over there, and yeah, like he's not wrong for wanting to get up there and run it, but
this defensive tackle does a good job.
Built for that stuff.
No, and Jordan's not either. Like you said, I think it was either you or Kevin that was saying in our group chat, you'll notice on all these QB sneaks, even the ones that get the yard or two, Jordan's always bouncing. He's always bouncing the QB sneak.
Like everybody's
nothing there.
The tush push is the fab phrase right now. Like, people have got to understand, like, the Eagles are the only team that does it as well as they do it. And it's because you got a quarterback that's a monster in his lower body. Like, just watch them, how many yards he gets on his own and creates on his own. That you got 290-pound Maurice Smith and 210-pound Jordan Travis. Like, they're just not what they're built to do.
It's also, I mean, it's just not a silver bullet, right? People just were like, got a QB sneak. Sometimes it doesn't work. That's what people called for, you know?
Again, I think it's because of the success the Eagles run it at a better than 92% clip, but they're a bit of a freak case.
So what's going on here? So you got locking down on Fisk.
Yeah, Fisk gets a little high. He gets driven out of there, but he does a nice job of splitting it. And then
I think this is on Verse a little bit. I think they're meaning to spill this.
He's okay there, but then he turns his shoulders. And he's just got to kind of commit to.
Got to be more violent with it.
If you're going to spill it, go spill it. Like, don't stand there and wait for it.
Right, because this guy doesn't really have that good of a chance to get over there.
Right.
So yeah, they almost always spill this where he attacks that inside shoulder, tries to get the running back to bounce where they can rally. That's why I think this is kind of on him.
And he's got the power too to really muck up that play, like a lot of teams have been doing to Florida State this year. Like to see that.
Yeah, just a little thing there, That's the difference between 2nd and 2 and 2nd and 6,
Was
You're
he a
going to
little
notice all the eye candy that Duke gives you.
Was he a little tentative because Riley Leonard was in the game maybe on that? Like looking for the pole? I don't know. I'm just trying to think
No,
why
he's
he
on the
wasn't.
wrong side for that.
Okay.
I guess, you see pullers and you attack, right? Riley Leonard would only be able to read the backside.
Okay.
No, he's looking at them, but that's not his job. He's got to see pullers.
Yeah, like he's staring direct. Yeah, I don't know. It's just I'm with you guys.
even if that's the case, you're gap exchanging and backers running over the top of it. So
yeah, you go attack the mesh point.
Yeah, so I think there's some nuance to the run game and the success that Duke had. Like, watch the arrow route up top here. You got to get they get you in this front, and you got to get Deloach runs with it, and then you get the fill from Dent, and Dent does a nice job. Like they gave so much eye candy in this game.
Yeah, this is a well-designed little play.
Makes me wish sometimes we maybe would see some. I wish we got some of this eye candy from time to time.
Yeah, but even
for a
then,
team that
you
wants
need
to run
that
the damn
safety to
ball
make
so
this.
much, like
it's all the rage in the
safety
NFL,
needs
man.
to hit him.
He does, but it's 2nd and 2. Like,
yeah, they already lost from the play before.
He's got to come from 10 yards. Like,
yeah, tight coverage, man.
Yeah,
well, it might be cover 4, but
Fisk
on a
was
vertical,
playing tough all night, man.
He was.
He's a beast. I don't think his numbers don't tell the story of how good he is, how well he's played for them this year. This is disappointing. The ass tackling in the beginning of this game was really disappointing.
Yeah, you need to.
But there's no excuse for this dude to get that first down. He should have been tackled at 6 yards, and that would have been the end of it.
Yeah, Dent just kind of overruns it.
And we love Deloach for his athleticism, but sometimes that's been kind of if you wanted to pick his Achilles heel, it's been he doesn't really deliver the contact. Like they're always getting a yard or two on our defense a lot of times.
Well, here they're coning this guy, right? So there's a bracket coverage on him. He's keeping inside. He's taking away any sort of slant or anything. That means he's got to be ready for any outbreaking, and he wasn't.
Yeah, it's not good execution there.
Just,
good call on defense.
He's just a step late getting there.
Yeah.
More motion, more eye candy.
Yeah, and Leonard was off, man. That's why the narrative, if he stayed in, they looked more comfortable when he was in, but he was misfiring all night.
He managed the offense a hell of a lot better than the other kid did, obviously.
Yeah, that's a fact. That was a big difference.
They were beat. This is pathetic.
All right, so there's a hold here, but
Bad
outside of the hold, you still got to make the tackle.
Yeah, he's got to be there. Like, that's a horrible angle. I don't know if he misjudges this kid's speed. It's tough to say for sure. Feels like he doesn't give this kid's speed enough credit.
Yeah, because a lot of people were wondering why it was so off if he was following a route, but that doesn't seem to be the case. That just seems to be a very poor angle, right, guys?
Well, he's got to give some sort of respect to the crack block by the receiver, but he's got to, like, right there.
Go.
He's got to go. Yeah, he's got to go, and he's got to fire those feet and get his butt downhill.
Yeah, and the same thing. These guys coming through here, you'd like to see a little bit more.
Well, Deloach does a good job. He gets held.
Yeah,
like crazy. It's pretty pathetic.
Yeah, man, and when you got the arm flailing too, usually that's one, especially if it's a big run play.
And that's just a pathetic one, but it is what it is. They didn't call it.
And let's say that didn't happen. Let's say it was a legal block. Cypress still should have been there to get a piece of them, but yeah, that affects the play massively.
Right. Yeah, in a big way.
Yeah, it means that he doesn't have to keep bouncing. Even if he does get around him, that gives time. But bad angle. You fix what you can fix.
Yep.
Even though there's a hold, Florida State still had the opportunity to, keep that run contained. They didn't. All right. extra points. Not worried about. This one almost breaks it.
He was close. He was close. I mean, Deuce was close on the first one. They knew they were going to get one in this game. The old double wing formation. Kev hates this, by the way.
Yeah, it hasn't been that successful in the season, but
why do you not like it, Kev?
I just don't think that they're a team where you want to
compress. The
thing is, you're not really allowing these tight ends to be dynamic pass catchers out of this formation.
Well, they're not. One of them's not really a dynamic pass catcher. Period.
Yeah, one's Preston, right?
Okay, yeah, but I think the bigger deal is when Morlock and Bell are here. It just
they like it. It presents balance, and you can run your game any way you want. All right, so here's an important thing. Like people were talking about, why didn't they run Jordan Travis early? Like this is a run play for Jordan. He comes off of it because of the corner blitz and throws it to Johnny. Like they wanted to
he's
RPO,
blocking right there.
Yeah, they wanted to RPO Duke a ton. And I mean, he just pulls it and throws it here. I mean, this is the right play. That's the right call for him.
Yep, you take the 5 yards.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's a good run. Just gets ankle tackled. I mean, it is what it is. You got to get a better block there, Roddick. But they're going to have to do something about him. I'm going to say it. I think people have been saying it, and we've been saying it, like, he's not giving you enough.
That one sucked because that one was blocked up so well by everybody else, right?
That play's really close to being out the gate.
And even then, I mean, Roddick does overtake someone who's on his outside.
I think Bless is a little quick to come off of it, but
yeah,
like he just doesn't move his feet.
Plotting, I guess.
Yeah.
And third one, the nemesis of Florida State this year.
He only played like 22 snaps in this game too. I think they maybe, I don't know if maybe they've had enough or what, but this was unfortunate.
Yeah, this is just a lack of awareness.
I mean, Duke had this played really well too.
But I'm not sure that kid's not forcing him out here. Like,
yeah, I don't know why that wasn't part of the consideration. His hand was on his back.
Because if he is, then Morlock, the play's legal because Morlock gets reestablished. But
they're saying that. I don't know if they'll show the reverse angle. He let the kid go chase Jordan, and then Morlock stepped. I'm with you. It seemed a little kind of from that angle. It does, but I think he takes an even further step out of bounds after this.
Right. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, he doesn't try to reestablish himself immediately. So that's
he wasn't actively fighting to not go out of bounds.
Yeah, so I think that's more of a kind of a bonehead on Kyle, in my opinion.
Jeff Flanagan's a bonehead.
Yeah, that's true. I don't want to give Flanagan the benefit of the oof.
All right, we keep messing this up too many times. Like, and I'm going to say it again. Like, stop being stubborn to wanting to run from tight formations on short yardage scenarios. Like, we're not having success with it. Let's give it up and try something different.
God, you're not even close, dude.
What happens?
Byers has got to help on the.
He just goes
7 tech. He's got to help on the 7 tech. He and Biscuit should be doubling that up to the backer.
And he just goes.
Biscuit overtaking that and Byers climbing. And then you got right guard, center doubling on that tack on the 3 tech. Or is he's a 1 tech, sorry.
Yeah,
he's a 1.
Or maybe a 2. And then you got a double on the back side. So you've got 3 double teams there, and Byers just comes off.
They're both. I mean, Smith comes off early too.
Well, it's okay to come off of it. I mean, that you've got an angle on that guy, so it's okay for Smith to climb. He doesn't need to stay on it. You know what I mean?
It's okay to climb immediately on a 4th and 1 though. Like I understand the double team and climb, but
yes, because Meach has an angle.
Well, yeah, if Meach
he's got a man on the inside of him, so it's an easy block for Meach. It's not a difficult block, so he's got that block. So Mo can climb, but for Byers, he's got a guy on his outside shoulder. You can't let him loose.
No, you can't let him.
You got to
at
least chip him.
It's the same. That's something that if we're debating like fluke versus something that teams can take advantage of, we let defensive linemen cross our face far too many times on the offensive line.
We make too many of these mistakes.
Yeah, this looks very reminiscent to the Syracuse one.
7th game of the season. These missed assignments and mental errors
he's just so high, Adam. Like you're 4th and 1. This is where you're in the trenches, dude. It's just too high. It's too much height. Yeah, I'm with you. the analytic, I'm softened on my stance on the analytics thing, just because if that's what the methodology that it says you should go by and you're sticking to it every single decision, then I'm fine with it now more than I was night
Something
of.
I saw was 67 punt, 66 go. I thought it was a clear go. You needed to maximize your possessions in this game. Like, you couldn't give them the ball and let them eat 6 minutes off the clock.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that now. It's a clear go if you run your best play. I don't think it should be a clear go to line up in that formation and do an inside run on 4th and 1.
Yeah, I think I
agree with that.
AT an option and get him out in space, or at least kind of put a defender in conflict. But yeah, you're not pushing anybody.
No, the play call I hate.
Yeah, so that's the thing. So that maybe I got that. The analytics on the decision itself were fine. It was like run. Don't run that play. You're not that.
The analytics on what they think they're getting out of those types of scenarios with those types of runs, I don't know, because they have it. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but it doesn't feel like they've had any success running out of that kind of stuff this year.
Not against a defense that's really good. I mean, they hit inside zone a couple of times last week, but Duke's defense is different, and some of the other ones you're going to face are different too. Yeah. So that's a good sidebar.
All right, here you're bringing pressure, safety blitz, linebacker blitz, I believe. Still get a few yards.
Forward for 3 yards though.
Every time, dude. Every time.
And I get it. Deloach or Dent is on the back of him. I mean, you're going to fall forward. But Dent's not going to bring you down. But
and they catch you in a little stunt. So part of the reason why you're doing this little stunt, trying to work something, and
I mean, Gilbert's got to get there though.
You got to fight through that better. Misses. Yeah.
So part of that's on him not stopping up that gap.
I'm sure everybody's raging at this point after a sudden change. You come out with Gilbert Emmett and Byron Turner at defensive end and Omar Graham at linebacker. I think Omar's in. He might not be.
The conversation that the safeties are being too soft. I mean, watch them on every play. He's in here.
No, Dent was very active. I thought
they're at 7.5, 8 yards. Like, they're not at this whole conversation that they're at 12 yards and they're playing too hot. Like,
they do that, but not always. And it's not the reason they're giving up.
Become ignorant and lazy at this point.
Dent's already got like 3 or 4 tackles at this point right now. Like, the safeties were very active in run fits in this game.
Yeah, they're up here.
And now they're going to blitz him. They roll into robber all the time. Like, if I hear people talk about it, I know they don't know what they're talking about. I just tune them out at that point.
There you go.
They did a lot of this where they dropped kind of first back as the spy or robber, whatever you want to call him. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, he's just a whole player there.
Yeah, I wonder if they just felt like.
Well, he's just replacing. I mean, try to you're bringing that pressure from the left. You're trying to take that hot route away, that immediate crosser.
Right.
And it did. It clogged up the passing lane, right? Having him there made it a tougher throw for an injured guy.
They made him hold it.
Yeah. Good. Clever call. Good call, Fuller. And then, of course, Duke's got
this kid's
dynamite kicker. Gee,
no,
dynamite
kicker. That's the bad part. He's like 60% on the year.
Is he? Oh, they all kick good. They all kick good against us, dude. They all punt good against us. They all kick.
They kept showing the stats. I'm like, oh, this kid's not going to make this.
The punting was psychotic, dude. We got annihilated in field position, like starting on the ass catch. Fantastic. Come on, big boy.
Love this against zone. I mean, JT, he knows what he's going to get. Zone. It's such an easy read for him. This guy's open. I'm telling you, man.
That is a smooth ass biscuit right there. Yeah, come on.
You know I love me some biscuit.
Dude, it's so fun. It's so funny watching him sometimes.
He's a big dude.
He is a big dude.
Running counter, pulled it.
Yeah, a little RPO.
Nice job, little RPO. Yep.
So he sees the guy collapsing down.
Yep. Zoop.
He immediately pulled it too. Very nice.
The big boy.
Johnny's catching, man.
That's kind of tricky. He's facing this direction. That's a little backside read.
Yep. I mean, you can see his eyes.
pulls it. Man, Johnny's been
good
catching
stuff.
a lot better with his hands these past couple weeks.
Hope we continue to see the RPO game.
Yeah, me too.
Keep building upon it.
It just opens up the run game.
Yep. I mean, this is a great offense, and they're great schemers and everything. Just keep building on it. Keep building on it. Stay fresh every week.
Trying to get Benson up to speed here.
So Bless looks like he misses this potentially. So you got a pulling guard.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to be able to block down here. I think he misses that block.
It should be overtake. That's Biscuit not doing a good enough job there.
93 played well.
Looks like our footwork's not great.
Yeah, neither one of those blocks were great, and it kind of just stuffed up that run. He has to take Bless's guy that got through. Biscuit doesn't overtake.
Yeah, and that's another one. That's not on Benson, dude.
No, there were guys there.
Yeah.
Maybe like
play action.
An All-American would find something there, but
I don't know.
They'd be making it.
Plenty of time in the pocket.
Bell leaks late on this, I think. Yeah, he delay releases.
Yeah.
Check releases here. Get out.
And they like those little kind of,
yep.
Sit routes against these zones. Kind of just find space and sit in it. You see it right there.
Biscuit, just sitting down. This is what we saw a lot of last year. Again, I'm going to say it. Duke's playing a ton of zone.
I mean, but okay, so I think we need to give JT his credit. I think early on, so we have a slot fade, which essentially is just inverted stick, right? Like a traditional stick play would go like this. But now you're kind of replacing, the stick route with this guy and the out route with this guy and the outside go with a fade, right? So it's just inverted stick. We saw him throw this a lot on 3rd and short early on in the season.
Yes, we did.
And, I think we need to say hats off, JT. You got the ball to move.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that throw in that exact situation multiple times already this year. That's progression, man. He had a great game.
Would you agree or disagree that it's because it's an easy picture for him because it's zone coverage? If that's man coverage, I guarantee you he's throwing this ball to Keon. Because if it's man, Biscuit's got a dude up on him closer, and it's not as clear of a picture for him to just throw the ball to.
Well, if Biscuit's got a dude up on him closer, is it still the right read, though, Adam? I mean,
I think
that's the thing. You don't know. You don't know.
I think part of it's the blitz.
You do know. I mean, is Biscuit the right read when you got man coverage? I don't know if he ever is. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I get what you're saying, though. I think he operates. I think he makes a lot of great decisions on empty sets. I like Jordan out of empty sets personally.
I think he makes a lot of great decisions too. And I'm not saying that his decision to throw the slot fade would have been wrong against man coverage. I'm just saying that the man coverage presents those opportunities.
Yeah, it's almost too enticing.
You can bait us into those lower percentage throws out of man.
Yes. I would agree with that.
With the caveat of if Jordan's going to be a more willing runner, you could get burned for the explosive play easier. So there's no great way to defend this FSU offense, but it just depends on what they want to defend, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So here is JT pulling the ball. So this is a read option. This tight end is bluff blocking. He's not going to come here and block this guy like you would normally expect to see. He's going to wrap, get the first guy. This is a read option here. Right? You see him intentionally missing this block. JT is pulling it to wrap and follow the blocker. This is Jordan Travis pulling to run the ball in the first quarter.
It's the same one they run it later in the fourth quarter, and JT they almost fumble it again. But JT is able to keep a hold of it.
But I don't think it was just some revelation that they're like, oh, I guess I got to run Jordan Travis.
It was a revelation for the game itself, like that they ran him more. They haven't run him. I mean, they haven't. But
they're trying to here in the first quarter.
Yeah. Right. Adam's saying for like this game, it was a new thought process for this game, but they did it from exactly the whole game.
Yeah. And really,
I think the false narrative around like Jordan running the ball is that it's going to open the other run game up. I don't think that it is.
Yeah,
I think they're already respecting him on some level.
Yeah, well, we've seen that. I mean, Clemson kept 2 guys on him in the game.
Yeah, they forced the give. Teams have been forcing the give all year.
See, here's just another sit route against zone. They just ate them up in zone coverage.
And they're trying to bracket Johnny, which is funny.
Kind of doing a over under look.
Yep. The backer gets too far to the sideline.
Yeah. He probably got stretched from the
Great
you've got this leaking running back.
Yep.
He comes here. This guy kind of has to respect the running back on some level. And just that little eye candy.
Duke made you earn it, dude.
All right. Bunch set. Play action all the way. Oh, and that's there.
Yeah.
Now, Kev, going in this game, Duke was a heavy man coverage team.
Yeah, I mean, I think they ran like a top 15 percentage man coverage.
I wonder if they didn't trust that Jordan could read a defense. Like he couldn't come out, and I don't know what would have made them think that, but I'm curious.
Yeah, maybe they were just hoping
them
for
out
turnovers.
of their typical game plan.
Yeah, but this looks like zone. I'm with you. It's hard to really tell.
They wanted to play umbrella and keep the ball, eliminate explosives, and say that you can't beat us over 4 quarters with a consistent offense.
Yeah, because we haven't been able to show that, man. We're a team that, and this is a really good run.
Hey, there's vision.
That's a great run.
And he pitter patter too.
Almost like when you spread out all these receivers and get less numbers in the box, this team runs.
Said
it. Great language.
We've said it.
He showed jet with freaking Kyle Morlock. How about it?
But that's eye candy, like you said earlier. Add some eye candy, dude. It makes it way tougher. But yeah, I'm with you. I don't. Elko's game plan for a team that's relied heavily on explosive has had trouble with success rate. I thought it's a good game plan coming in, especially because it's a tendency breaker too.
Mm-hmm.
What's kind of funny about this is, so if they were to just snap this here, they would have 5-on-5, right? They've got good box numbers. But then they bring him and he just settles in the box because he's not really respecting this. And then another safety comes in. They've got like a full 7 in here.
Yeah, I wish JT would have kept it.
Yeah, if JT kept it with Morlock lead blocking here, like I was just outlining.
Oh, and they cleared out. Yeah, like that's a great run by Benson. But
Trey does a nice job of sticking his foot in the dirt there, and it gets overcommitment by the overhang that comes in the box. I don't know if he's a nickel defender that comes in the box in the safety. You see how they've got to commit to the right side, and then he bounces it back he makes a nice little cut to the left.
I wonder if that's the same play that Jordan scores on later. They had a lot of tight end lead blocking for Jordan game planned into this, like hitting the outside.
There was a hold.
Of course there was.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's why it was good. Their hold? Who was it?
Said it was on Byers. I actually it was on Meach.
No.
I think
it was on Meach. It was right.
You're right. And it wasn't a very good. It wasn't a very good hold either. Like it's kind of weak sauce.
Yeah, that's weak.
Yeah, compared to
yeah,
I mean his arm
Deloach getting molested.
Compared to what we saw earlier, like
yeah, dude,
it's a hold. Whatever, call it okay.
Ish. I can't. I'm with you. I don't trust Flanagan as far as I can throw him. No.
They ran quite a few like actual kind of passing concepts. I know that.
Oh, you're liking it, aren't you, big guy?
That sounds.
Yeah, ridiculous. I love they're going to run. They're going to run the
kind of a shallow right. This is kind of a drive concept, right? You know, I guess it's not drive. It's from the same. I would call it shallow. But he kind of just settles here in space. You got to dig in a shallow. You got a high-low read on these linebackers. This is an actual like West Coast passing play.
Good catch, Kyle. Tough. Fight through. Get the first. I think.
I mean, we've been critical saying that a lot of Norvell's passes just look like, taking shots.
A bomb from NFL Blitz. No, that's clever.
Hey, look at there.
Belly sweep.
That's a clever running play too.
Show counter, get people going this way.
Who doesn't hit their block? Who doesn't hold it long enough?
Yeah, who is that? Because it should be there.
It's a corner
there's just
safety. It's a safety. They can't account for him.
Yeah, there's just not enough numbers. Duke doesn't buy it that hard. Well, you live and you learn. Got 4 yards.
I still like the way it looked, man. I was hyped when that play got called. I remember that one because it looked like it was going to spring big. I mean,
it
did. Duke, yeah. All right, motion.
I want to see Jaheim Bell do his high kick that he did in the Syracuse game
with the choppy thing.
Yeah, on a motion across the line of scrimmage.
Oh man.
Yeah, again, a little just settle route.
Mm-hmm. And you empty the formation because I believe you get a whip up at the top. Yeah, look how the whip presses the backer, which is going to get him to widen. So this is the high level stuff. Like, it's not like super difficult, but they do a good job of attacking the zone here. So that whip attacks the outside shoulder, gets him to pull. You get the back crossing the face of the other backer, which gets him to clear, and you just get Bell sitting down in the middle there.
It's really nice. Yeah. Really nicely developed passing play.
I don't know what's going on. It's going brr, 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 like,
video's a little choppy, but
video is garbage right now.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Buffering it or something. Anyway, good play by Bell. He had a nice game. He had a real nice game.
Love this. This is great stuff. Go win a one-on-one.
And it's
great blocking.
That's like what teams have been doing to you all season.
Yeah.
Look at this corner. Or safety. He the
nice part is you get him running over top of all these other guys because of the flare and what you're expecting down there with the man coverage. Like here, you get the man coverage. You make him run over the top of all that because that's what you're supposed to do. So he's got to come from 10 yards to try to tackle Holmes.
Yeah. And then you've got
look at Keon, dude. Look at Keon and Johnny.
That's what doesn't get talked enough about.
Yeah.
Surprised Tollfield didn't call for a hold there.
Yeah, whatever. Flanagan. Flanagan. Dude, it's funny because the Bell thing and the Coleman thing, a lot of these people like, oh, you get all these transfers in. How are they going to integrate into the team? Bell has been blocking like crazy. Never did it at South Carolina. Keon, I mean, there was talks at the beginning of the season. If he wasn't getting the LSU type numbers, would he be bought in? Dude, he's running. He's running fake fades and making DBs like fall on their ass and stuff. There's video of it online. Those guys are bought in, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, they're working their tails off for sure.
Oof, speaking of that, Patrick Payton, holy ghost.
That's a takeoff. But then, come on, son, get him down.
Well, somebody come to help him hit him from the other side. Dude, that was sweet.
Yeah, that was good stuff. There ain't a whole lot to break down there.
Fisky, getting frisky.
All right, so you kind of gave up one play so far. Your defense is looking pretty good. Fisk bulldozing someone.
That's awesome. I like watching that.
There's really nothing downfield.
I mean, they're running their man match stuff. They're all over it. And Duke doesn't have a bad receiving core. Like they're not saying they're elite, but all right, we miscommunicate one here. I remember it on the broadcast. Down at the bottom
so I saw it in real time. So he's calling for a banjo or whatever you want to call it. He's saying, "Hey, we're switching."
Yeah, Green's not getting the call. He's not seeing it.
Right, it's loud. He doesn't see it, and they both take the outside guy.
But at the top of the screen, they cover the heck out of it. Would like to see Knowles maybe be a little more over the top of that, but
the neighborhood,
it's garbage. Like
what the punt,
the punt, and then the crappy call on that. Like, give me a break. It felt like at any point Florida State was going to take this game over because the offense was like you just got going with the offense, and now you got to be back. You're going to start the 10. Like it just felt like you could never get out of your own end zone.
This is the weakest blocking back I've ever seen.
As far as your drive starting.
Well, he didn't even. There's no push or anything. It was just he
like
gave him a
placed
nice
his hands
caress.
delicately
Yes.
on his shoulders.
It was a
It's
sign
Kevin
of
Knowles.
it was a sign of friendship.
You should have started that drive at like your own 30. And
From how well your defense,
right.
dude. Dumb punt, like, I'm with you, dude.
Like I really like in the moment it felt
so
like, oh my God, we're gonna lose this game. But like looking back on it and in hindsight and everything, like it felt like you should probably be going up pretty good here, like 2 scores. And should have really kind of run away from them in this game.
Oh, teams recognize the screen against us so well.
Well, man coverage.
They do.
They blitz to go cover one man. They go cover one.
They got these guys sitting here.
Man coverage. I mean, they went away from what they've been doing. So it's just counterpoint to them. Like,
you gotta wonder if
they won the play call.
If Jones should be up on this guy.
Yeah, he needs to get his head around.
Somebody he's just looking to hit somebody on the outside.
Well, he's probably the clear, and Roddick's the one that's supposed to be on him. But I mean, look, that's a tough ask of any lineman.
That's a good play by the safety, I guess.
No, I think it's a backer, isn't it?
Number 8. I'm not sure.
Doesn't matter. Let's keep it pushing.
Yeah, he is a backer. They got small backers. All right. You have inside zone.
You just don't get enough movement. Like, it's the bottom line. I mean, it is what it is at this point. Like, I just don't think you're very good at left guard, and you make too many mistakes at right tackle.
Like, Morlock's blocking pretty well here.
Jones can't be in the backfield. Like, come on.
Yeah, you're double teaming up front, and you're not getting anything.
Yeah, and Jones is your road grader. Yeah, that can't happen. Like you said, that not a lot to break down there either. Just
nope. Yeah,
no push.
I don't think you're talented enough.
Oh, here we go.
And JT just throws it. He throws this late. You can't see it, but it's there. It's just he throws it too late.
He gets underneath it.
Yeah.
Who was this too?
Pretty sure Keon.
Okay.
Throw it away there, or do you like him? Do you like that decision to throw
take
it
off and run?
Situation?
Take off and run.
Like, yeah, you got space,
or throw it to Tollfield, one or the other.
But you don't expect this to happen.
No,
this wasn't a pick 6 throw.
But the decision itself, maybe not in that situation next time.
Or just a half second earlier, you know?
Yeah. And then this is great. Adam, just bask in some special teams.
I can turn and look at the Phillies game now.
This dude's speed is special, man.
Look at slap hands. I love it. Dude.
It was really cool. The little video they showed later of Mike talking to him about, like, remember, feel comfortable with it in your left hand, stiff arm with the right. Like they knew. I mean, they knew they were going to get one.
None of this stuff happens by chance, dude.
No.
They go over everything with a fine tooth comb. Like, everything is coached, everything is accounted for.
Yep.
Every detail. Good job, John. Nice coaching there, John. And it was good. The stadium needed it to get the juice back, right? Yeah, and that kid, dude. Once we get you running some routes a little bit more polished, my man.
I mean, he ran one against Southern Miss and toasted the dude by 5 yards.
Yeah, he's got what happens here?
Gap exchange.
Yeah, he's supposed to scrape.
Oh, get down.
I think people complain about this potentially being a hold here. Maybe
this one was blatant. This one was brutal.
Okay. Oh, there's another on Bethune, Adam?
That one was brutal. I remember that one too. There's another. They showed another angle, I believe, where it was like really bad.
All right, so they have 2 10-yard runs, both on kind of holds. So it is what it is.
Yeah, he kind of bounced that one out the back door against a blitz too, which kills you because you got nobody there because you're rotating the other way.
Even then, you limit it. You live to fight another day. They were doing some adjustments. They could tell when FSU was rolling their safeties. don't really know what they're trying to get into. False start.
Fabo's playing. He's moving people.
A little too much time there.
This is a dumb luck one. Like, literally, he gets a fingertip on this. And
yeah,
that's one where if Tatum needed to be an inch taller and if he was just a little bit better of an athlete.
Yeah, and you got a freshman safety who probably should be down on this a little bit harder.
Yeah.
All right.
Oof.
Stop him on outside zone.
There we go, big boy.
There's the big man.
Playing games with this motion.
Mm-hmm. Ton of eye candy.
You blitz backside.
They're running pin and pull.
I don't know what Tatum's doing here, but he's able to recover. Yeah, does a great job. But I think he's supposed to be over here because you got a blitzing safety backside.
Oh man, that's I'd like to see more of those type of hits where it just the play stops. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially the safeties have had their opportunities this game, and you'd just like to see them connect on a few of those.
Fisk. Ah. Oh, dude, come on.
Yeah. Jared Verse gets tackled.
Well, they call it, don't they? Yeah, they call it.
Oh, they have to.
Play.
Yeah,
they call it.
This is a good football play, right, Kev?
The completion is a good play.
Yeah, I know, but that's brutal.
This is like a Mahomes level throw right here. I don't think he makes this. Look at this. I don't think he makes that.
This guy beats AZ. I don't find that AZ plays very well inside there. He's got two-way goes. He may be a little stiff.
So holding as we
good player though, very good player.
Duke ran like the exact same play.
Yeah.
Oh,
this time on Brown. Does a good job.
Well,
he's having himself a little season.
Yeah, he is.
Especially recently, dude.
He is
coming on.
He's a bright light in the safety department.
It's wonderful development. Homegrown.
The staff recognized a diamond in the rough, and they developed him. I think they've done that.
Some bitch up real nice. And who doesn't stay in 5 long enough?
Well, this is just you have 6 men on the line of scrimmage. This isn't a
okay, whatever. Yeah, keep going. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's still doing that too much for my liking.
Yeah, Johnny's got to be up there.
One of the wide receivers isn't paying attention.
Yeah, it was Johnny. He's got to be up because they run the bubble outside, paired with it.
Oof.
Man, this is a throw. So they're in cover 2. This is the corner pocket, as they call it, in cover 2, right? You got a deep safety. You got a corner playing the flat.
Throw it in the old honey
recognition. Hole. Do you call it the honey hole?
The honey hole. Throw it in the old honey hole.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Puts it up high where you can go get it.
Yeah, that's a great read.
Yep. Another great throw.
Yeah, they ran a lot more crossers this game, like true deep under Sam over Mike kind of crossers.
Took some time to develop on this one too. So great pass protection. Bam, perfect.
And if they're gonna work with that, that's such a difficult route to cover if you can get time in the pocket.
It felt like they knew this was an open the playbook up kind of game.
Yeah, Duke's defense is formidable. All right, again, you got a counter. It feels like they're kind of trying to log these instead of trying to truly hit inside the ends.
Yeah, you get that spiller, they're going to log it, and then kick, and then he does a nice job of making the hard cut like a buck sweep would be up inside underneath of that.
But at the beginning of the season, they were trying to to kick that out. I think they're kind of adjusting. It's a nice looking play.
He's going to run it again. This time he gets way too deep.
Yeah.
I mean, he just comes and attacks it.
Oh God, yeah.
That's how you take on a
everything up.
Their ends are
This
good.
is what Verse should have done.
That freaking D line is good. Like
They know what they're doing.
Everybody's been talking about Miami's D line. Man, I'm telling you, Duke's D line is really good.
Yeah,
they might have more talent.
Oh, I'm sure they do. Yeah,
but that's different than actually playing a good football game.
Oh,
they play well as a unit, dude. Like they're
physical on the edge.
Yeah.
Those toots come at you.
Well, they understand the scheme, man.
Yeah,
and they're very powerful. Absolutely.
This is one where I wish
earlier.
I know you're going to get man coverage. He's going to take the throw, like we talked about earlier. Like, would he take the slot fade? Well, he's going to take the fade here. Wish he would have thrown it up top because he's got a first down easy.
Yeah, I think you called it, AB. You truly have a
he's very
similar situation. Right, he goes to the matchup in man coverage, even if that's a deep ball on 3rd and 4. And it's just I don't know. I don't love the end zone fade on 3rd down.
Not at that situation. Not from that yardage.
You don't think seeing your 6'7" guy 1-on-1 man coverage? You don't think like
that's
seeing
that
that's an immediate throw?
You're 5 yards closer. I like it. I don't like it there.
Okay. Yeah, it's not a goal to go situation. That's a good point.
I mean, so here's just for balance sake, here's a situation where the safeties are deep and you get run on a little bit.
They're expecting something there formationally. I mean, they're expecting some sort of throw here because they're bailing too.
They are.
Like they're thinking shot play or.
So there's a situation, but I mean, that's really the first time we've really seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Next play, safety roll in the box.
Big man. That's a strong play. Look at that extension.
Yeah, that's all Fisk. You'd like for Deloach and Brown to be a little bit more aggressive in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see Farmer fight against that double team a little harder.
He did not have his best game, which is surprising to me.
No. I thought he got blown up a little bit there. Not that you're going to beat the double. Split it a little bit. Muck it up a little bit.
All right, what's happening here?
We widen for some reason.
Again, I think you have Deloach waiting. Yeah. Instead of kind of trying to shut up that gap.
Are they? I don't know.
I think that's just kind of the weight. Don't let it get behind you and make the tackle.
Well,
but
the edge play there is a little odd to me. They go wide, they go real wide and almost like they're trying to contain the ball here.
Yeah, instead of if he's going to go wide, he needs to be aggressive in here.
Yeah, I think that they're bringing some pressure there. I don't know if it doesn't hit or.
They are blitzing a safety.
Yeah, but I don't know if maybe Keon's supposed to be coming too.
Yeah, it felt apprehensive by that left side of the line. All right, but still, we're talking about like them grinding away a couple first downs,
right,
on the ground.
Way to hang tough. Okay.
Oh, that's tricky. So they catch Florida State and, a cover 7. It kind of looks like they're playing some kind of stubby. Essentially, you've got a 3/2 on these guys. And this guy's going to man up on the running back. And
the misnumber that they played a ton of cover 7 in the game, I think we've squashed that.
Who's number 7's guy, Kev, on that?
Number 7's going to have kind of the first out here out of these two guys.
No, not our number 7. Who's supposed to account for the running back?
I believe it's supposed to be Kalen DeLoach here.
Okay, and he's just late because of all the stuff going on.
Okay, so what's probably happening here is, all right, this is kind of getting into the weeds, but a lot of times on plays like this, so you've got essentially trips to this side. They've got a trips coverage. They probably have what's called a fast 4 rule. So the number 4 receiver, 1, 2, 3, 4. If he goes out fast, then I assume Jarian Jones is going to peel off on him, and you kind of shift the whole coverage.
Yeah.
But he kind of delays and releases late. And so I don't think he's quite ready to get over there, and he might be slightly confused about whether this is a fast 4 or a regular 4, you know.
Right.
It's a regular 4,
that
obviously,
is,
but
yeah.
I think he's just a little slow getting there. But I think that's Kalen's guy.
Interesting.
If I were to guess based off just what we can see.
Yeah, clever call by Duke there, and then all they got to do is introduce a little bit of hesitation, and boom, you're in 2nd and 2. So
I think FSU's played more of that stubby look this year. That's not normally kind of what they play. And I know it's not what Fuller would call it, but
Fisk fires off the ball out of a cannon.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, but pin and pull.
Oh, that's tough.
You really need more out of your end
36
there.
Or no, the
54. And he's going against a really good left tackle, but he can't get moved. He's got to hold his ground there.
Oh, I think 36 has a free shot at him.
He allows that running game to.
Yeah, but don't you think Graham could attack that a little bit more definitively? Like he's waiting here.
Well, he's trying to stay on the cutback, and he's just got to keep coming downhill. Like you start at, I don't know where you start at depth wise, but you start at 4. He kind of is at 2. Like, you keep pressing that thing, keep coming towards it.
Yeah, I think he's a little slow on his press, but
man, I thought Fisk did a good enough job there where you had a chance of getting a TFL.
I think they play really. I honestly think they play it really well. I think you needed more out of 54.
Okay.
Yeah, now you got your first string ends back.
Didn't matter.
So what? You got some kind of.
Yeah, you're running a run stunt here, so you spend 36 the other way, and you get 4 and 3 in the hole, and that's
yeah.
Maybe two of your not as good clean tacklers.
Yeah,
and 4 kind of gets caught up in some mess, and it looks like Knowles is trying to take on a puller here. So credit to him for doing that, but
yeah. And he's almost there. That almost closes up, but Knowles just doesn't have the size to do that. To stay up.
And it looks like maybe it gets Kalen caught up, but
I don't know, dude. Good call from Fuller, dude. He knew what they were going to do. He ran the run blitz right into it.
At the top. What's Peyton do? It looks like we get a hold.
I think they hold Knowles here.
Yeah, I mean, Pat's got to squeeze that. Like, he's got to do a better job of compressing this. Like, you can't pitter pat out there.
I wonder if
space
he
for
knows
these backs is a mile.
I wonder if he knows since this safety's blitzing, there is no one to take it if it bounces.
Oh, for sure. He's contained. Yeah, he's absolutely contained. You can hit that thing in the mouth early and keep your outside arm free.
All right, we got to hold.
Yep. All for naught.
All right, nice little FSU's in a box coverage over this bunch. Really good job. So the short route goes to Jarian. That means that Cypress has to break on this hitch. Does a good job.
That's a really good job.
I mean, they're just sitting in box coverage against these trip sets.
I think at this point they know Leonard can't throw the ball down the field.
Oh man, when he gets that little
dude. Verse didn't have his best game, especially in the first half here. So he's kind of spying.
Oh, dude, Peyton gets that should be another hold on him. Bad.
Yeah.
Look at this. Yeah, brutal. Yeah. Okay, I'm with you, dude. That's
break
just
down and use the sideline. Like he's hurt.
Yeah, this is on verse. He just thought he could trust his athleticism there.
Inside out that thing, big dog.
All right, we got a 3rd and 6.
2nd and 20 to 3rd and 6 just because of a bad angle.
Yeah, just
kills you.
Man, it does. That's losing football.
And then, whew.
Yeah. So, what happens here? First, just gets rocked.
It's owned, dude.
Then he gets ankle picked, which this should be a hold also, but
that's good right there. And then,
right there, he's got him around the ankle.
Yeah, you can't grab him afterwards. But yeah,
I'll be honest. He fired off the ball so well against him. It would be a shame if that got taken away.
The problem with the play is you get Kevin Knowles chasing the arrow, and it's not his. He falls for eye candy he shouldn't be falling for. He should be a free runner to tackle this.
Yeah, you can't have both these guys here.
No.
I don't know what he's doing. One of these two guys is wrong, and it's probably
Knowles. He's not going to tackle it because Verse gets destroyed, but
I'm with you, Adam. It doesn't have to be that big of a gain.
Mm-mm.
Well, in theory, he's not. Why is he still 6 yards off the line of scrimmage? Why is he going over here? He's going to be your box defender. He's going to be your wrap player. Doesn't make much sense to me.
I'm good with him being at 6, but you can't chase the arrow. It's not yours.
Yeah.
Don't take the cheese.
It's not fully him because, Verse gets blown up, but.
It's better.
Yeah. He's out there.
He went and took on a puller. And he won.
He did his job.
Give him credit when we knock him for one thing. We got to give him credit on
he's attacked 2 pullers and done a fairly decent job.
Got held on one. Go back. I hate to go back because
because we're still in the first half.
I know. I just want to on that last one. Is he wrong or is Deloach wrong? That's what I want to.
Oh, I don't know if we can know.
Earlier, Deloach chased it, and it was Akeem Dent, and Akeem came up and tackled it at a yard. And on this one,
it's probably you can't tell unless you know the play call. But it's probably the safety as the wrap player.
Yeah, which means he's not in man.
Right. And you see it here, right?
Yeah.
Deloach follows the number 3 out of the backfield.
Yep. Right.
So Knowles fixes his mistake.
Good job, Fabo.
All right. At this point, Duke's not doing anything crazy, and we're just making little mistakes that are costing us. Miss a tackle there. You got a free runner. He misses a tackle.
Yeah, this is a perfectly designed blitz.
Yeah.
Dent did not have a good half. I'll say that. I think he was not being aggressive making tackles.
I thought he had a mixed half. I don't know.
Man, you can all day if you can get outside. Control Cypress is really slow to come off these. He has been all year.
Oof, God, that looked terrible.
It's just the awareness of when to come off. I think he's a good coverage corner, but teams have found that they can run him inside and try to get the edge on him. There you go. Akeem Dent making a tackle.
I think we continue to push him back here.
So,
there's a shot. Nice coverage on the outside.
Yeah, just locked up. So that's what you get from him.
Yep. I don't know, dude.
Let's go to the second half because I don't need to see the 3-man rush eat their lunch.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting they accepted the penalty. It gave Duke another play to kind of.
That kid's been horrible. He hasn't been good.
Yeah.
He piped them both.
Well, I'm just saying it gave Duke more time to run clock.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. It looks like you're potentially man. It's just a completion. Happens.
Yeah, well, it's a short completion. Like, you're content giving that up. It's okay.
Right.
You tackle it right away.
Right. If they're going to complete 60% of those and then you make the tackle, I mean, that's an average yards per play of 2.5, you know?
Right.
3. You take that.
There we go.
Yeah, great job here.
Fisk just beats a double team. I mean,
God, he had a great game, dude. I know it jumped out to me during the initial watch, but even more so now. Peyton, he's almost there. Almost
he just couldn't turn the corner. But then, great job. I mean, obviously, coverage is great down the field. Got to get that under. He's got to get that dip. Get around it.
Tell me if this looks like just a totally normal route.
Oh, no, this is a god-awful.
Yeah, dude, OPI bad. This was terrible. Yeah, they were talking about it on the broad, like, oh, it's a great pick. Yeah, I think. There was one where they talked it was a great pick. It's like, no, it's not.
Yeah, it's a penalty.
All right, and now Duke got screwed on this. Like, they should have been allowed to snap the ball.
Yeah, they had you here. Elko was hot.
Maybe it's a makeup for.
They don't snap it. Yeah, Yeah,
we can keep going.
I think, yeah.
They don't snap it. Punt, and of course, the stinking ball goes down to the 5.
This kid had the best day of his life. He's a pretty decent punter, but
yeah, he is.
Is he an Australian or is he American?
For everybody wanting to give up on Trey, like, this is why you want to get Trey going, because his yards after contact are ridiculous.
Little CT counter? Is that what I'm seeing here? Yeah.
Yep.
Center tackle.
Pulling the uncovered, making life easy.
Yeah, that's all Benson, dude.
Yep.
I don't know. I didn't see him having as terrible a game on this rewatch as people say.
Man, they did such a good job covering these. They did not buy this eye candy much at all. Stayed. These D tackles right there. 94 recognized early.
The line did. You actually got him out of position in the other places. The line actually just does a really nice job. That D line's good. That D line's freaking really good.
They're smart.
They're super aware.
Well coached bunch. Man, it's so weird watching Duke because sometimes their defense doesn't look like ours, but like that looks like us.
This is a type of run that I get. It's so funny. It happened after the other one.
Here's one. It's like, if you're going to go. Like, they had the whole thing last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever. They had the big game. It's like, trust your speed. Like, trust your speed, dude. Go. So you just say, screw it. I'm gonna run this dude over.
You can't get negative yards on 2nd and 7. You got to get that to 3rd and 4, right?
You can't stop on that. Just trust your speed and go. And if you're wrong, then so be it. But be wrong going 100 miles an hour.
Jordan running around backyard football.
Oh my gosh,
this is god awful. I don't know how you don't call this.
Did they show the hold? So he
it's god awful,
and then leaves, and they hold him on this.
Yeah,
he actually gets held twice.
Yep, they showed it. They showed they showed the end zone angle or what? Yeah, from the other end zone.
So there's an initial hold,
and they claim it's uncatchable. Well, no crap, it's uncatchable if you get held.
Held twice.
It's garbage. Yeah,
it was really blatant.
All right,
I genuinely think that the refs were not watching the play. Like, they were just thinking it was going to be a sack. They fell asleep.
Not his best punt.
Yeah, they called the penalty and overturn it and whatever.
Yeah.
I think that was his first punt up to that point too, which is weird, dude. Yeah, losing 11 minutes into the 3rd quarter, you haven't punted yet. Weird game.
I kept noting the stats. It was like we're outgetting them double and losing.
That's a weird game, dude.
Backup ends are in. You just don't get a lot of pass rush there.
Yeah. And you got Deloach doing an admirable job taking a crosser.
Leonard just has all day.
Yeah, this is his strength. That's number 4 strength, man. That's hard to do.
Yeah, you just like a little pressure in his face so he can't sit there for 5 seconds.
Yeah, especially when he's hobbled. More motion.
Power.
Oh, that's a good big play saving tackle.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on here? Yeah, you need Byron Turner to blow this puller up a little bit more.
Yep.
Yeah, a little
Kinda
bit.
tries to swim him.
Not aggressive enough.
Well,
not
Malcolm
strong
Ray
enough, Byron.
Malcolm Ray gets destroyed too. So
yeah,
he gets washed.
Yeah, they double him and.
That's what it is.
It is what it is.
I mean,
unfortunately,
this is
with that unit, yeah. But it's part of the strategy. It's part of the outlast and be fresh in the fourth quarter. Unfortunately, you take it and
yards in this part of the field just don't matter as much.
That one, I wish that one would have mattered a little bit more.
Yeah,
those
are the aggravating ones.
You
got them. You're going to get them in 2nd and 13. You get them way off schedule there. So get them down.
You know, I think they're working 12 more and more into the lineup, and I think that's probably
he hasn't done a whole lot. I don't buy that he's the answer yet.
No, not yet.
Well, I don't.
But he's going to be. He is going to be. Like, don't get me wrong. He's 100% going to be.
Yeah,
we just know what 3 is. You know.
Yeah. Yep.
A kid that stepped up when we needed him based on roster constraints.
Deserves a lot of credit for what he's become as a player after that BC game. Like, there he is taking on.
He's doing the right
tackles. Like, come on. You got to give him his props. He's going in there and sticking his nose in there, taking an offensive tackle.
That's a tough play, dude.
Absolutely.
That's a tough,
and he's a factor in the play.
And he's done that multiple times throughout the game. So it's not all bad in the run game.
Right.
Like, this is nice to see your safety do.
He's more physical in the box right now than Kalen is right behind him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Kalen and Jared need to see this sooner and kind of be there.
Well, Jared.
He got physical right at the end there.
Yeah, he does a nice job.
It's an interesting. They did this done a couple times where they're doing the replace.
Yeah, they call it that's the fold technique.
I just don't know on 3rd and 1 if I'm taking my best defensive end out of the run fit for Kevin Knowles, but it is what it is. You're hoping to get some penetration.
Oh. Yeah. They get you on some play action here. I think they get you moved.
In game, this looked like a hold on Fisk, but I think
delay release by the tight end. Just a slow leak out the backside.
I don't know if that's a hold on Fisk or not.
I don't think
good extension by the guard, but nobody else gets there quick enough.
I think if I'm gonna assign blame to someone, I'd say, you're in man coverage here. I think it seems pretty clear that he's taking the back out of the backfield, so that means he's got to be aware of the late release by this tight end. That's a hard ask.
Get the cap. Good play call.
Keep her moving.
Got that much time.
Not any time there. And this is where this sucked. The Duke fans thought that was intentional, dude. That's so such weak. Like, dude, come on. I know you guys have played football for 5 seconds, but Jesus Christ, dude. Like he meant to
that's just unfortunate.
Yeah,
they just own them there. And it's just an unfortunate play.
Yeah, it truly feels like Duke has been hanging on.
Up the guard too.
They're hanging on by a thread, right, Kev?
Every play, it's like these interior defensive linemen are about 1 inch away from just, teeing off, and they finally just did it. They finally just broke halfway through the third.
And that's the calculus that Elko made. Like that kid was visibly hurt.
Yeah.
And that was the chance they made because he put that much stock into winning this game. It's a program defining win. They've never beaten you before. And like, this is like their best season ever or maybe since 2013. I don't know, dude. But
yeah, Farmer gets blown up here.
Fisk play too high too. I'm gonna tell you right now, people hype up the Barton kid. I'd take that left guard in a minute.
I'd probably take this offensive line.
Oh,
the left guard, the guy who Fisk has been owning all game.
Did
Their
you just
left
watch
guard?
that last play?
Yeah, one prep, dude. Did you see the one before where he's been getting dominated all game?
That wasn't on the left guard.
Dude. He did not.
I'm pretty sure it was on the center. The play before.
You and I can do a private rewatch because I have not been impressed by their left guard from what I've seen.
Yeah, swam there.
The center is the one that gives up the pressure.
They all give it up, dude.
Yeah, the center just misses.
I'm not going to go back to one play and say the kids hadn't been good. I haven't been impressed.
You're using one play to say that you'd take him.
He's been moving people. That kid's been moving people in the run game.
It's okay.
There you go. Much better play by Patrick Payton in the run game. Up against the tight end. Really
way more physical against the tight end.
But then Deloach too. Deloach comes up and he meets this puller. That just gives time for everybody else to kind of win.
There's a mentality shift when they get in the red zone, dude. I don't know
how
to explain
there's a personnel shift when they get within the 40, I think.
Yeah, but you saw Verse has, I don't know, he played that one a lot better too. I feel like there is an internal sense of urgency.
I mean, I think there's something to a lot of the time the backups are in, or, but on the other side of the 50.
Adam Fuller's an analytics guy. There are yards in areas of the field that are less important. It is what it is. And if you want to be fresh all game, like that's where you are going to need to rotate them.
Yeah, you want to be fresh here.
Yes.
Good job communicating that.
Man, that quarterback looks he almost made it, but that quarterback looks tentative, dude.
I mean, because this is the 12th play of this drive, 10th play of this drive. It's been a daunting drive, but it's versus 6th play. It's Patrick Payton's 6th play, so they're going up against this guy it's his 12th play of the drive on 4th and 3, and he wins this matchup. Payton wins the matchup,
Yeah, absolutely, man. There's a method to the madness for sure. It's tough to see as fans when you see the certain numbers go out. Yeah, dude. And Adam and I were talking about this. This whole entire sequence is so impressive to me, right? Against this defense, which is fresh. That guy. Yeah,
that was almost a safety.
Maybe I'd take their
just horrible. What are you stepping to?
Maybe I'd take their Duke's left guard and put him at right tackle on that play. I don't know.
So they're running G and
Byers
steps out for some reason to the 7 technique, and it's like, dude, he's going to get blocked down on. What the hell are you doing?
If I'm an opposing DC, I'm having my defensive end. I'm playing a big defensive end in front of 63, and I'm slanting his ass hard inside all the time and blowing stuff up because he can't stop it consistently.
But it's not that he can't stop. He just doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
You think that's an awareness thing, Adam, than anything?
He's making so many mental errors.
I mean, even here, he seems late to kind of pick up this guy. There's a lot of other issues.
Yeah.
Jones gets beat outside.
Oh, the whole line.
Smith doesn't pick anybody up.
That's a great stump by them, though. Like, that's
good call.
Really, really good.
What makes you say that, AB?
Well, they're expecting it here, obviously. So watch what he does. He beats it across his face and gets to the point. I mean, they're sending that end, they're knifing that end in and looping him outside as a contain guy. They know, they have an idea what's coming.
Oh, yeah. Well, we've been running.
He's not going to get wall. He's not going to get walled by Biscuit because of where he's coming from.
And FSU's run game, the success they've had this game is running to the boundary, like stretching it to the boundary, like off tackle to the boundary. So, I mean, Elko knew it.
Money right here.
That should have been offside. I don't care. He got back. Yeah, that's good, dude. Good catch by Jaheim, too.
Against man coverage, AB.
Yep. Yeah. No, it's not.
Don't think?
No. 1000% zone. Cover 4.
Where? Okay. Yeah. I see you. It's almost like a little bracket.
Hey, make a man miss.
And this is the type
This
of
is
stuff
what he
that
can
you
do. I mean,
yeah, even when it's not, maybe the read's not right or it's not blocked up correctly. He looks so good running the ball.
because
Sometimes you forget.
so the same stunt that they did earlier, they're running again here. They knifed 97 in hard. They're sending him on the counter tray, looping 90 outside, and
It's actually a perfect call by Duke. It's a little gap exchange that tricks Jordan Travis into picking up, pulling the ball because this guy crashes in with a replacement, but it doesn't matter.
That's a Jimmy and Joe situation right there.
Well, a couple of these plays have been this drive. And the Jimmy and the Joe is Jordan Travis.
Nice throw there.
Keep it moving.
Good catch this week by Trey also. Chelps.
Yeah. Bounce back.
The throwaway. No idea how he gets out of that.
It's interesting. It's the same cover 4 look. Same kind of play up top called. I wonder why he doesn't take it this time.
Well, I think the angle at which the backs or the tight end, were they middle of the field earlier, so there was more space to get to it?
Maybe.
They're way tighter. They're way tighter on it there.
Right. He's playing. They were more inside. There's 3 under instead of 2 under. They had a little stunt going.
All right. Third and 8, big down, big drive.
Nice anticipation.
They go Hakeem. Johnny's out at this point.
Yeah, great play by Hakeem. That needs to.
Mm-hmm. I don't think enough people talked about it. Like, people have talked about he's growing and developing. Like, that's a humongous moment in this game.
Yep.
And that's a lot of trust that your quarterback has in your true freshman.
94, you have to block him. He gets way too far down inside.
Yeah, I mean, they just don't block this end.
Nope. So you keep coming, you run around him.
Yeah.
You get a piece of him. You wish Jones would get on that and stay on it, because I think if you do, you got
something.
You've got an opportunity to pop this. Like, just keep coming, but
that's a good positive play. I'll take 5 out of the run game.
I agree.
That's fine, but it's close, as you said.
If he was a better athlete, that that play's going to hit better in my opinion.
So Johnny this is where he gets injured, where he plants his. Yeah. They say concussion. I thought we don't know anything because they don't tell us.
They show the leg. It definitely looked hyperextended, but
that's what I thought. They planted.
But he also smacked his head right there.
Yeah, pretty sure it's the old noodle. So I hope Johnny's okay. Obviously, that's tough. One concussion's bad. If you have 2, you worry about a guy's brain after that.
All right. Cover 4, they hit that crossing route.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of been a theme.
A little jet to Jaheim.
In game, I was like, there's no way he's making it.
Man, they
just
need to keep getting him the ball. That's a good enough block by Rodney. It's not great, but it's good enough.
Yep.
All right, we're in the 4th quarter. Time to turn things up.
All right, look, can we pause the film? It's getting glitchy again.
Yeah, another play, just getting Bell the ball out in space.
Yep.
I think.
And he's just got to get north-south there, but then he ends up being a grown man.
Recovers.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just FSU's athletes winning.
And we learn from our mistake. No need to run inside on 3rd. And then just rub the jock sweat.
Somebody instead. Like, come on, here, enjoy this.
Halo 3, Xbox 360, click, teabag. Fantastic. Kev's favorite formation.
I called it. I was frustrated every time it was run. Here it works.
Yeah. Good
Yeah,
run.
it does.
Good run by Jordan. I mean, he's going to outrun this end. Like there's a handful of ends in the country that are going to be able to keep up with him. He gets the pull read. You get 45 coming around, or maybe it's 84. Sorry,
No, it's 45.
Nope, it's 45.
And he
A bit
makes
of
a
a
great
hold on
block.
Morlock here.
Yeah, you would like a better block by Morlock, but
yeah, no, Preston does a pretty decent job.
Yeah. It's 15 yards. Like it's not anything crazy.
Yeah, but that's an explosive play.
Yep. Get a PI here or
Yeah.
then a little QB sweep.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see more
Power.
of this, right? You
Oh.
got
Gee.
an automatic lead blocker here. That's just numbers, man.
God, Bella's such a willing blocker, dude. Not doing this last year. I think this is the one where he waves him in.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfect. You can start to feel, dude, like their offense needs to do something here. You start to kind of feel as soon as FSU got this lead, this is when the blowout that everybody was kind of expecting to happen. This is what it does.
Yeah. Well, and Duke looks exhausted at this point, which
Yeah.
we talked about earlier, but I mean, that long of a drive, 96-yard drive.
I mean, how many of those yards were Jordan Travis running?
Oh, 5. I mean, dude,
Yeah.
he had 5 or 6 of those plays were just him running the ball, which, hey, he's your guy, dude. That's what you need.
There's the man.
I think this play, I think if Riley Leonard was handing the ball off here, it would have been, a 30-yard gain.
God,
Well,
who's
healthy
supposed
Riley
to block
Leonard.
Fabo, dude? Whose guy was that?
It doesn't matter. I don't care if this is Riley Leonard in a super suit. It's
That's just
getting blown up by Fabo.
Well, that's a straight miscommunication, I think, between the center and the left guard. Nobody touched him.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of this has nothing to do with the delay game. That's Riley Leonard.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, how much of this is really because the backup was in.
Keep coming. Nice. Pass rush is starting to get to him now.
Yep.
And again, you've got your starting group in there, and they've played well. They've gotten good pressure. Pat P, another good pressure there. Like
just dead to right.
Those guys have done a good job of getting pressure, and they're unleashing them now because they're up 24-20. They're trying to get a stop in the fourth quarter, like third and 19.
And they're relatively rested compared to the offensive line.
Yeah, I mean, let's look how much more explosive they are compared to the O-line.
Yeah, just getting nothing out of the punts.
We got boned in field position all night. All right, this is where it's like this is where you want the team to take over.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think this is actually called.
This is what needs to happen more. You said it's called?
I think maybe.
No, I don't.
No.
Oh, you think they just got it?
Yeah. And well, that's not the only reason, but one big reason I say that is because after the play, JT tells Benson, like, just go.
Yeah. Fair.
Outside zone, way to break that. Like, that's all him. I know people want to be frustrated and want to see the other guys, like, but 45's got to give you more here.
Yeah, if he holds this block, you might have.
Well, dude, 94. I mean,
just stay a hat on a hat, and he's got a cut, and he can go.
Well, 94 immediately swam over his
Absolutely.
block too. Yeah, Oben. Oh, that kid is good. Dude. Like the whole line is really good.
Yeah, 94. He's got some juice.
Oh, there's a throw.
This is so stupid.
I mean, we saw this. Was it last week where he's just going to throw this to him? Like,
yep. And you get a PI.
Beautiful, man. Just.
Yeah, I mean, they're bracketing him, and
there are 3 dudes around him. Where he throw. Look at that. That's ridiculous.
It's probably not the throw you want him to make, but
no.
Hey.
Yeah, Portier's open on this crosser.
Yeah.
That's there.
Hell.
But you take it.
Yep.
Just sling it to 4 and see what happens. All right, you're on a move.
JT doing JT things.
Here's a little. It's an interesting play.
Quarterback counter.
Yeah, quarterback counter, and it never gets outside. But
that's winning first down, though. We like to see it. And then there's.
Yeah, just run game opening up, right?
Yep. Here's the old double wing. This one's for you, Kev. Safety blitz. He gets down inside. Backer gets stuck inside.
Yeah, I think that's just Duke safety.
Bad eye discipline at that point.
Yep.
But they've seen it 100 times. I mean, they've seen
him just give it.
A lot to be said that they've seen it quite a bit of him giving that ball.
That hit his hands. Not the prettiest technique, but
this is a hell of a play. Again, getting zone. They do a great job of getting back to it. We've seen this game be a really successful play for them all game long because of how much zone they were getting from Duke.
Good blocks all over the place. Mo getting down the field. Toafili weaving in and out, elusive. And, yeah, Duke's dead. They died now.
Yeah. Sorry, Blue Devils.
Yeah, man. It was a good run. You guys were tough.
They really were.
They got a good. They're good. Yeah, it's because they're good up front, dude. They're way
well
better.
Coached, decent athletes.
Yeah, but this poor Beelan, Willie Beelan, not happening. Oh, he's got a lot of time.
Henry Beelan.
Yeah, I was just thinking of
Willie Beeman.
Yeah, there we go. Steeman.
Kev doesn't know.
That's okay.
I don't know.
That's not. Yeah, what?
Kev's never seen a movie before.
Any given Sunday, bud. You know what I'm talking about?
Did it have chemistry in it?
I mean, I think some guys were on roids and stuff.
There may have been some illicit drugs used.
Kev, you go check out Steeman, Willie Beeman, and Al Pacino coaching the Miami Sharks. Okay, big guy, and you come back to me. That's your homework assignment.
All right, I'll come back to you.
There we go. Now we're getting up on a run.
They're feeling confident here, dude.
Well, we saw this run blitz earlier, and it didn't work. But now,
I think
they pop through there.
The difference is the penetration there makes everything just open up.
Yeah. They're fresher, and they executed better.
I think at this point too that Duke's. I mean, they know what's coming. That freight train's coming straight for that.
That's just not a good throw.
This is just fun. Just bat it down. Renardo's awesome. All right, let me give one more touchdown for the people.
Yeah, let's get through this touchdown and we can end it. Little GY counter.
Yeah, I like to see a little bit stronger of a block there by Biscuit.
Mm-hmm. Our feet just aren't great at contact.
No, seem a little high on both sides of the ball.
This is a nice run.
Strong. That's that fourth quarter run. Wonder what that would look like with Benson getting the ball and maybe giving some of those earlier carries to Hill and Holmes and maybe kind of flip it every now and then. Be interesting. But they probably would have been more negative plays on the ones where Duke got the penetration. So
true.
Yeah, it's just pick your poison a little bit. I don't know. I don't want to bitch about the formula too much. It's 7-0.
Yeah, that's always the funny thing is people still complaining about the defense, and you're like, I don't know. You're undefeated, strength of record number 2 according to ESPN.
It's just
you have a top 12 defense and I think 13 defense, top 12 offense. Something
they figured out just too easy. They figured out the way to leverage the strengths of this roster in games against top competition, and it looks like this until it doesn't. I guess I don't know, dude.
Washington out there looking good.
And what's crazy is like people are going, well, it's because of Jordan. They're not respecting Jordan on this play either. Like,
no,
they weren't paying any attention to him.
No, and they were largely, like you guys said, they were doing the same thing the entire game. It just started to get more effective as they wore them down and as they executed their blocks better. Like that, they weren't getting that kind of push. Like they weren't getting that kind of push earlier in the game. Look at that. Like that's great.
Yep. Makes a hell of a difference.
Yeah, I mean, this is the third time I've watched this game, and every time I come away thinking, I don't think that the first half score was really indicative of the two teams and how they were playing. I think that, there were a few things that kind of went Duke's way, field position things. You didn't convert 2 fourth downs, and the score didn't reflect kind of the difference in team. So I don't really want to say like, oh, the second half they did this schematically, they did this schematically. I mean, you were outgaining them almost 2-1 at halftime. Like
you were largely doing the same stuff the entire game. You just tightened up some screws and you had the fresher, better bodies at the end.
Yeah. So
less mistakes. Travis played better in the second half. He didn't play bad in the first half, but it was little stuff. And as the game went on, as more possessions got had, the better team won out in the end. Like I'm confident that Florida State is 18 points better than Duke in totality. Like I think the final reflects the quality of the teams, in my opinion. But I get what you mean. The first, it looked weird, but that wasn't a fluky win on our part, man.
Yeah, I mean, you want to say, well, what about the Georgias, Alabama's of the world? You already showed you did the same thing against LSU. You beat Clemson in the second half. Like, I think you're a deep team in terms of guys you're willing to throw out there. And I think that there's a certain strategy built around it. And I think that even against some of the better teams you've faced this year, you've seen that. So I wouldn't be like downing them on that. Like I do think that's something that will translate.
Yeah, I'd say that your biggest weakness is what we thought it was going in. I'd say you're still susceptible in the trenches on the offensive line to some really, really good defensive units, particularly deep ones, but just got to scheme around it. It's not like something they're not used to. So, I mean, that's a limitation that unfortunately I think is going to stick with us all year. Now they're a little banged up. We'll see what happens when people get healthy. Can they use these 2 games against Wake and Pitt to get healthier for that tougher stretch run against the Miamis and the Floridas? We'll see, but I feel even better about the game after watching it, man. You took a top 25, well-coached, good, athletically underrated on the defensive line team down at home. Did what you need to do. I feel good about it. How you feel, Adam? Good?
No, I agree with everything you said, honestly. I mean, you played a tight game and you basically let your formula play out over the course of the game. You maximize your possessions. You played a tight game, and then in the end, you were the fresher team, and you took it to them. And
all right,
that's the formula of this offense and this team.
Well, that's the formula. We have our own formula. We hope you're fresh after a nearly 2-hour film session, heavily requested. We did every single play, broke it down. We do it for you. We love you. We take all of the crap as we huddle ourselves in our basements or our rooms where we could be watching like Dancing with the Stars with our significant others. But no, we forego that for you, the people, because we love you. So that means you need to like, subscribe, turn your notifications on for this channel, Noles 24/7, Noles247.com. Go to the battle's end, yada, yada, yada. Florida State 7-0, looking to be 8. Be on the lookout for my man Kev's slow mesh breakdown. Everything you wanted to know about that weird, god-awful offense.
He cracked the code.
That chews people up. Kev's got you taken care of. We love you. Keep chopping.